Welcome back, Pod with Them fam, to episode 2 of our YouTube series on Pod with Them. Today we have our rugby player Kieron Diergaardt sharing a bit more about his rugby journey and how rugby has influenced his life. Welcome on Pod with Them.
Thank you so much for having me, Marie. I've been watching all of your episodes, and thank you for what you're also doing to our community with how you bring all of us in so that we can share our story and what we basically went through till this far. So thank you so much for having me. And
Thank you.
Looking forward to have this conversation.
I appreciate it, man. So Kieron, tell us a bit more about who are you? Where did the journey start? What does rugby mean to you? All of the nice stuff.
As you said, my name is Kieron. It basically started at a very young age. I have an older brother, so he played rugby before me. We aren't that far apart from each other. It's like 2 years. So I've always been, watching him and what he has been doing. And every Saturday, my dad would put on rugby. All of us, we will go to the TV. So since a very young age, I just fell in love with everything that rugby basically had to give. The contact, and you can kick the ball, and you can, just do loads of stuff with the ball, and that just really interested me from a very young age. So that's where the love basically came, watching my older brother. There was always a ball at our house, so we would go play outside the whole time. So that's basically where it all started.
So it started at what age?
I was around about 7 years old where I started, but I didn't continue playing rugby that much because I went to a private school that didn't have any rugby. So I played for 2 years, let's say from 7 years old to around about 9 years old. But then I went to a private school that didn't have it. So then I switched codes. I played soccer for, let's say, 2 years. I played soccer where I also fell in love with soccer. But I mean, kids will be kids. You want to play any sport, anything that's there, you will basically want to do it. So, and then I took a break a bit, played soccer, and then I started in grade 6 again. So my love went a bit away from rugby because it was just soccer. But then it came back grade 6.
So after that, how did the journey evolve?
Grade 6, it basically started at Windhoek Gymnasium. So I was still at the other private school that I was at, and I went to go play rugby at Windhoek Gymnasium, and then I played for them grade 6, and then grade 7 I was under 14, and they had a school tour that we had to go on, and I couldn't go on it. So the principal at my current school that time said, if I go, then I won't be able to come back again. So I had to choose. If I go on this rugby tour, which I really wanted to, then I wouldn't have a school basically. then I wouldn't have that. So, but then the principal of Windhoek Gymnasium told me, listen, come to us, come on the tour. You're a okayish player. You aren't that bad. And so I said, okay, no, perfect. And then I went over to Windhoek Gymnasium grade 7, and that's where everything kicked off. Played for them my whole school career, the best days of my life that I had over there. So that's basically how it went, because I played under 14, under 15, and then I made the Grand Como team under 16. So Windhoek Gymnasium gave me endless opportunities so that I can reach all of those goals. So, yeah.
How important would you say was that foundation for you?
It was really important because there was guys that also wanted it as much as you wanted it. So it wasn't only you. The coaches also wanted the best out of each and every player. So you were guys that were pushing each other constantly. Since under 14, we had our under 14 team. We didn't have that much Craven Week players. We had 3 or 4 that played under 13 Craven Week that came to under 14. So we didn't have the best team that year, but we went on to be champs. So everyone was on the same page. And it was all thanks to the coaches that time. So they laid a hard-working foundation that all of us just wanted to be part of, with the, how can I put it, with not that much Namibian players in our team.
So if you say like the exposure to soccer, like why didn't you pursue that instead of rugby? Like I know you had the opportunity for rugby, but you had a choice.
I had a choice, but like I said, my older brother, he was a really good rugby player, and when we would go and watch him while I was playing soccer, then I was like, but that's really good. Like, can I do that? Can I reach that level that he reached at a very young age? So it was basically just me looking up to him. Soccer, I still love it. I will like play anytime, beach soccer and so forth, but there was just something that pulled me a little bit more to rugby. And my dad also, he really knew a lot about the game, much more than soccer. So when I needed advice and all of those things, then he would always help me. So yeah, that's just when I made the decision.
Rugby's the winner.
Most definitely.
So what does the game mean to you? Like just rugby now, like going onto the field and giving it your all. What does it bring to you? How does it make you feel?
Just everything about it, like starting from the week's prep that you have, starting on Monday. Let's say if you had a game on Saturday and the game wasn't that good, like not every player will have their best game every single time. So just the build-up that I love so much, so that you can go on the Sunday, look back what you did wrong, what didn't go that well, how you can help the team. So for me personally, everything starts the Sunday evening. What you do, how you prep, and then it goes on to the practice on Monday, and then Tuesday again, and obviously Thursday. So it's just for me the prep work that you put in that I absolutely love. Like that's for me the best part, how you can read the game better, what you can do better the next time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just basically what.
And on the field, like I could never experience that. Like how does that feel running out to a crowd? You're playing in front of people. How does that feel?
I'm the type of guy that always gets nervous. Like number 1 can be playing against number 8. I'm nervous. So before jogging on, even in the warm-up, I'm always quiet. I'll make jokes during the week. I'll be the clown. I'll try and calm everyone's nerves during the week and just before the match and play music, But when I get into the change room, then I'm quiet. When I go onto the field to go and warm up, like I'm the type of person that likes soaking everything in. So I'll look at the crowd and I'll just, because they paid money to be there to come and watch this match. So you have to try your best to perform. So that's what I do. And that does make me nervous. But I mean, like, it's a good nervous. Like, you can't not be nervous and then want to go and perform. It keeps me on my toes. So, and when I jog out, go on the field, go on my knees, say a prayer, and then it's basically go time, because that person wants it just as much as you want it. So you just have to show up. That's basically it.
It always feels surreal when I watch a game, especially live, because I'm here, but they're actually playing it. They're under pressure. They see all the eyes watching them. So it's definitely a different experience for each player. But to see that you guys actually enjoy the tension,
it's okay. It's okay at times.
No, but in the rugby career, there are definitely injuries. There are things don't go as planned. So, any encounters in that, and how you came back from it?
Well, my first injury that I had was grade 10. I started playing first team rugby at Windhoek Gymnasium in grade 10. So, because I was a really aggressive player, I just wanted to be everywhere on the field, but that wasn't the smartest at the time. So my first injury started in my grade 10 year, where I tore my ACL in my left knee. So everyone that knows about ACLs, you're out for 9 to 12 months. So there isn't coming back before that. So I was out for the whole year, rehabbed, but I did play a few matches before and made my debut and all of that, which I was really grateful about. So the injury setback was bad, but it wasn't that bad because I was happy that I could play the games that I wanted to. And I got the injury, the ACL, and I was out for a year. And I came back my grade 11 year, and we had trials. Like I came back, it's my first match. Had trials. Just came back from the ACL injury. Tear my other ACL on my right knee from just coming back. Like I just came back. I just did 12 months. So that was really tough. Like that's where I like felt shocked, but things isn't getting any easier. Like I just came back. I just did 12 months. Then I have to go and do 12 months again. So I made a bad choice at the time because I decided I wasn't gonna get the operation again because I just came from one. But it was the different knee, so I tried playing a bit, which was not the smartest decision that I made because I hurt my knee much more. Like going on and playing without an ACL, I wouldn't advise it to anyone. Please, when your ACL is off, just take the time off, get the operation. But then I tried playing, and I only got the ACL operation at the end of the year, but then I did so much damage to my right knee. Going on after school, and then I started playing a bit of club rugby, got the operation, and then I sat out the year, but then it was COVID time, so I didn't mind like sitting out for a year because nothing basically happened. And then I came back, played for United. I was there for a while and injury went well, didn't feel anything that much. You know, like I had a good year, moved on to Wanderers, played there, good rugby, but my knee always gave me problems because of the decision that I made to keep on playing without a ACL. That's why I said if anyone gets that injury, sit out. Don't continue playing because it does much more damage going forward. Like you have to warm up differently, like the things you do during the week, like you have to also learn that sometimes less is more. I can't keep on wanting to go gym every day because the pain it comes like out of nowhere. So things changed quite a lot with my biggest injury, that is my right knee. So, and then I went on to Wanderers, struggled a bit, played second team because my knee just didn't give me what I basically wanted to. So moved on, went to UNAM. The coach called me, spoke with me. He asked like, can I come over to the club? Like he's gonna give me the much needed confidence that I do need to keep on going again and just to keep on fighting because coming back from an ACL injury, it's confidence. Like your confidence goes, like you don't want to do things that you did before. And he gave me a call, went to UNAM, joined them. And then I got injured again, same knee. I don't know how it happened, but it just happened because he just said, listen, things aren't looking good. Why don't you go to the doctor, get a MRI scan, get it over with. The MRI came back and then it said like my meniscus, I tore it again. So then I go for my third knee operation and then I came back again. That injury, it was okay. You're just out for around about 3 months, but then I had to miss the whole season. Came back last year again, felt good. And then I played one of my best rugby ever. Like I can't remember me playing better rugby than what I did. So the saying that people say when you come back from an injury, you won't come back the same. I feel like you can if you want to, because that was my fourth operation that I had, and I came back and I played the best rugby that I ever played. So
Nice. So the comeback was stronger.
The comeback is always definitely, in my opinion, stronger, definitely.
So recovering from injuries, playing the game and all that, the fun of it, but you also deal with the fact that any game can be your last, like how physical rugby can be. How do you deal with that? Because running out there, you might never come back running again. So,
and it's most definitely the case. I got another injury most recently. It happened like 2 months ago. which also made me think about that. I actually didn't think about that before, and that it could be your last match that you have, that you're literally jogging out here with your mates. And so I had another injury 2 months ago, where just had trials again, or not trials, just the first team, second team playing against each other, just training, and someone tackled me really badly. But then I continued playing. I had a match against Dolphins right after, felt okay-ish. And then the match against Falcons was beginning of the month that I also played again. And that's where, even in the warm-up, I could feel like this could be my last match ever. Because like I couldn't run properly. Like, you know, I did everything. I went to go see the physio 3 times a week. Like, I thought the injury happened. I played against Dolphins. Things were okay. I could do a few stuff, but just before the Falcons game, going out to go warm up, and I see like I can't even run properly. And that's where, you know, things basically started to sink in, that this could be my last match. Thinking about that, about your question. So it's a tough one. It's a really tough one, because I'm 24 years old now, and rugby is my dream. I'm sure everyone has that dream that they just want to keep on pursuing. So I don't know at the moment, but I treated this last 2 matches as if it was my last one. And I feel like everyone should do that, because it's a very physical sport that we are in. You should enjoy every moment while you have it with your friends, because you don't know when it's your last time that you can jog out with them and, you know, have fun with them. Sorry. So I did think about that most recently, and it is tough. It's really tough, because you don't want to think about it. No player like wants to go on the field being scared about it, because you want to let loose, you want to play your game. So yeah, that happened most recently, and all I can say that it is tough.
No, it's understandable, because it is a good mindset on one side, because then you give your all, but on the other end, it's also a bit like, I don't really want to think about
No,
it.
definitely.
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
Your rugby career is from Gymnasium, United, Wanderers, Unam. You also got the opportunity to play a bit outside. So how was that? How was the experience?
Well, I went to Germany last year, August. Not finished my season, but I played Unam. Like I said, I played the best rugby that I ever played last year, and then this opportunity came. So, the opportunity came, and then me and one friend, Franklin Ponga, as everyone knows him, we got the opportunity to go over to Germany, and I went to go play there for 3 months. Ponga decided that he wanted to stay on, but the time there was a lot of adversity, because we came in Germany, and then we heard the coach left. The coach left 2 weeks ago. So we just landed. We're excited. We're going to go play in Europe. We're in Berlin. You know, everything is just exciting. But when we got off the plane, the player that came and fetched us said, no, the coach is gone. Did everyone tell you that like the club has a coach? And I'm like, what? Bantu say that, like, where did he go? Like, is he on me trial? But then he basically left. So the club didn't have a coach. So luckily we were 2 guys that went, because like we could lean on each other, because I was like, brah, what now? The club doesn't have a coach, and the coach left to Japan. But I felt that he left 2 or 3 weeks before we came. So I just felt like he could have texted us, because he brought us over there saying, listen, I got a better offer in Japan. And I would understand, like, if you just tell me, like, listen, it's a better offer, then I'll be like, okay, cool, cheers. Take me along maybe someday. So we got there, played rugby matches. So since the coach left, there wasn't like a lot of players left as well that the coach brought in. So the club went through a bit of a rough patch. We should have played in the second Bundesliga. They got promoted under this coach. Was a brilliant coach. He's from Australia. He coaches Quade Cooper now at the moment. So he was really great, but then he left. So the club went downwards and fast. So all of the guys left, so we couldn't play second Bundesliga anymore. And the only reason I went was to go play second Bundesliga because they played in the third league. And third league isn't that good. Like, I wasn't going to go like fly all over the world to go play third league.
Yeah.
And the club couldn't play second league because we didn't have enough numbers.
Yeah.
So like we were like at training, if we were lucky, we were 15 guys.
Sheesh.
And that's not even a bench. Like that's if we were lucky. It would be sometimes 12, sometimes 13. So we just really couldn't get a team together. So we went down to the third Bundesliga. They don't have school rugby like we have it over here. So if you're 16, then you play club games. So my teammates were a bunch of like 16-year-olds, and I was like, the one guy got tackled the one day and he just started crying, and I was just like, what is happening, man? And then I looked at Ponga and I was like, I can't do this. And then he was just like, but he's a very positive guy. Like, he will look at the positives, and I was like, okay, I'll try and be positive with you. So every match, so we then played third Bundesliga. Every match that we played, we were around about 15 guys. So we didn't even have a bench. So I don't know how a game can kick off with no subs, because it's a very demanding sport. It's a very physical sport. Like you just said, like you have to have someone come on for you. So you had to play the 80 minutes every single time. And the other clubs that were in the third Bundesliga, they had much better players. But we had a guy, we were 3 from Namibia and then 1 from South Africa. So we tried and helped where we could so that we can just compete. Because the other guys, they had, like 30-year-olds, and here we come with a bunch of 16-year-olds. So it was really tough the time that I had personally over there. Obviously, I made a lot of good friends that I still talk to till this day, but the quality of the rugby wasn't what I expected, but that's when the coach left. So I just stayed for 3 months, played the first half. They play first half till around about middle of November, and then the season ends, then they kick off again in March. So I just played the first 3 months, and then I told the coaches over there, listen, I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore. So my time over there came to an end. But like I said, I made a few great friends, and I also learned a lot. Like, I really learned a lot. Like, playing a match with no subs, like you have to stay on the pitch. Like, there were days where my ankle was like I couldn't, but you can't go off because then your team is with 14 guys. There was this one game where we got 2 red cards. I don't know how it happened. I'm just like, okay, it's okay. But then we played with 13 guys. So mindset wise, I actually learned quite a lot on how to push through and how to be there for the guy next to you. So I wouldn't say it was all bad, but the rugby that I expected wasn't what I wanted it to be. And so I came back, and then that ended.
But at least you got to travel, meet new friends,
Most definitely. Like, me and my roommate Franklin, like, we would go and see the places. We would get on a train and we would just try and have fun, because we didn't play so many matches. Because when the kids had to play, then our games got cancelled, because then we had to go coach the kids. So we didn't have that much games. So me and Franklin, we would travel quite a lot and go see the place. So like I said, but thinking back, it wasn't one of the smartest decisions that I've made. Like I said, I played my best rugby year. That led me to get a call-up later on in the Namibian training squad. So I feel like that I should have stayed. Like, I shouldn't. Like I said, it wasn't the smartest decision. I was very ignorant. I just wanted to get out of here and like go experience new things. But it wasn't the smartest decision. But I don't regret it, because there was a time that I was really excited to go. Like, when you get the contract and you and the coach talk and you talk about Germany, like, there was a time that I was really excited to go. So I wouldn't say it's one that I regret, but thinking back, like, I shouldn't have made that decision so in a hurry. So haastig.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like that I should have sat back and think about everything and then made the decision. So yeah.
Maar I sal maar change Afrikaans. The opportunities that are there for our Namibian players coming up. What's your opinion on that? Because I've heard a few experiences where these coaches sell a dream where the players arrive at site, they have to hustle the site because I believe there's certain things you have to cover. And you arrive at site and it's not really what you expected. I know things can change, but some just enter, they see what it is, play a bit, and then they also come home. So do you actually believe there could come something good from all these opportunities that are there? Or do you think like it still needs to grow?
The problem I think we have is we just want to get out of here.
No.
So we don't think we just want to get out of here. So when you get there, you're like, but things aren't like, yeah, you're like, hey, but this is what ek verwag het. Like, you're honestly, like, you're like, because everyone says rugby outside of Namibia is better. And you playing in Namibia for quite some time, like, you would want to go experience something else, a different league. But I think it can be a good thing. Like, once you get into the Europe bracket, just get into Europe, then you can like start looking for better clubs. But the problem is, what I think we have is, if you don't have a cap for Namibia, if you didn't play one test match, then the clubs that you get over there isn't actually good. So you just go for the money, whereas when I was in Germany, like that wasn't for me. Like, you can keep your money, like just give me good quality rugby or give me opportunity to go somewhere else. So I think, like the problem that we make is we just go for the money and not for the rugby, for what it's all about. And when you get there, you're like, but the rugby isn't that good. Like, you would rather stay home then, where the competition is better, the quality is so much better. So I think that's the mistake we make. We think it's money, it's good, maybe it's going to be better because there is so much more money that side than what we get here in Namibia. But it's it's the opposite. Like, we don't get paid that much over here, but the quality is much better over here.
And also just watching the live matches, it's more like a community, man. It's like there's a brotherhood here in Namibia. It's like you guys are there for each other. Like, if you play together, there's not, I haven't really seen beef problems of beef also.
That's a big thing.
There's a good community, man. There's a good spirit. There's also really good players. So I feel like I watch rugby. I can see what the potential is.
And you support now.
Discuss
Sorry,
later.
I just had to get that.
But yeah, man, there's good quality rugby.
No, definitely.
And I want our boys, I would now say, to also acknowledge that. Because I feel we're so in a hunt for something else or better opportunities that we don't appreciate home.
What we have here. No, definitely. Like, the quality that we have is insane. Like, we have World Cup players that, let's say, played in the 2015 World Cup and then played like at my club, Unam. We have guys that are playing second team, but they played Currie Cup before. They are a bit older now, but I mean, like, the experience that they have, what they're giving to the second division or the second league is really good. And I mean, the quality really isn't that bad as everyone makes it sounds like. For me personally, it's the best that I've experienced because there is World Cup players always coming back and playing for their clubs, which is quite good.
And it's really good. You have played in different environments of rugby, you had exposure to a lot, but you also told me that you had a scholarship, fully funded scholarship that you played. How was that experience and how did you get the opportunity?
So when I came back from Germany, beginning of November, then I got a call up in the Namibian national training squad, which was by far the biggest achievement for me personally. Like I said, I had 4 knee operations. I'm staring at my 5th one at the moment. So that was by far the biggest achievement, coming after 4 knee operations, getting a call up. Like, it's not a test match or I didn't play a game, but just to be seen after 4 operations, coming into such a environment. And I got called up, came back, practiced, trained with all of the guys, and Coach Berger, he just sent a text message and said, listen, there are scholarships available. Just text me, send your CV, video clips, and he's going to choose the best. Obviously, I don't know, like all of the guys that texted him or that wanted to go, but then he just texted me like a few days after saying, listen, I'm impressed with your CV, the video clip that you put together, gave me a call, and he explained to me how everything works, the full scholarship and the coaches that I'm going to go work with that side. And he had some big names that he named, and Coach Berger said like former Blitzbok, Frankie Horn, Branko Dupree, from a former Springbok assistant coach, Dick Meir. So there was massive names that were part of that Cape Town scholarship. The program is called the Rugby Tens Championship. So then that opportunity came up, but I actually felt like something will come up because I was really training hard in the training camp. So I felt like somewhere something will happen. You just have to put in the work. Like I feel like there's a reason for every season, if it makes sense. Like something will come up. You just have to put in the work. It's not always going to be dark days. Like it was in Germany, as I've explained to you before. And then that came up, went in January. Me and Ocha, I don't know if you know him, but he's also a very close friend, or he became quite a good friend over there because we were the only two guys from Namibia, so we got there. The program started, everyone came, like they were like, in my opinion, like they were superstars that also came to the program. Like it's guys that played for Zimbabwe, they played Sevens World Cup, guys that are playing for Kenya, guys that were playing for Tunisia, Germans were over there. So there were guys right all over the world. There were guys like all over the world that came. Like a lot of, there were also girls, so it was a guys and girls thing that we had going on. Practice sessions were insane. It was really good. It was a high performance center basically. So you just go and you train your hardest that you can, and then they send you back in a better condition than when you came there. So that's the idea of the high performance center. You go over there, Namibia sends you, like Zimbabwe, there were even someone from Botswana. I didn't even know Botswana had rugby until I came there, and she said she's from Botswana. I was like, no way. So yeah, that's basically the idea. You get over there, they try and make you better. You train insane. Like you start in the morning, 7:30. You have to do roundabout 500 passes, 7:30 in the morning. So you wake up 7 o'clock, you go outside, you and your partner, you get passes in, go into breakfast, have breakfast every morning, and they covered everything. Like they gave you breakfast, they gave us kit, transport was sorted out, any fun thing that we had to do, like we went to go climb Table Mountain the one time, they covered everything. After that, breakfast, you go to the field at, let's say, around about 8 o'clock. The bus leaves, and then you train for like 3 hours straight. Like, sun is warm, but you just have to push through. And the coaches, like I said, they were former Blitzbok, so they push excellence. Like, sometimes we tell ourselves, ek kan dit nie doen nie. Like, ek is regtig moeg en die son is warm en my tone crazy, die stats is like, we tend to find excuses, but they push excellence. Like they believe like you can always go much further than what you're giving. So, and then we were busy whole morning. We have lunch from 12 to 1 o'clock. You have lunch, and then after that you go to the gym, hour and a half session. If you did something naughty, let's say you didn't pack in the water bottles, you get to the gym, like you will row, let's say 5 kilometers. Yeah, that always used to kill me. There was this one time where we had to clean the buses, a team building thing. Everyone does their thing and comes and clean the buses. Just do something. I was at the mall, so I wasn't part of it and cleaning the bus. And I just got a text message. I have a 10K tomorrow rowing. I'm like, what? And doing 10K, like, you will think it's insane. Like, I thought, come on, man, this doesn't even make sense. Because you go sit on that rowing machine for almost an hour. But that was just them, like, showing you discipline and obviously also helping you just to be on time for certain type of stuff and also helping you to be a better sportsman.
So what would be like the key things that you could take away from that training or that experience you had with them?
The guys that I was with, I would say, like I said, like they played World Cups, the other one played for Kenya. So just see how they do things, how they carry each other, and there isn't a lot of talking, like just do, like, because the coach was also like, he didn't like someone that comes at the field playing around and making jokes too much. So I was always the type of guy, I love making jokes. Like if the coach says something, I make a joke after that. I would just get something in. So what I went to go learn that side is just how you should address every practice session. And I feel personally like that happens on your way to the field. If you get in your car and you're on your way and you just make jokes and laugh around with people, that jokes carries onto the pitch. You go knock the ball and like you're not 100% focused as you should be. So that's what I went to go learn from all of those type of guys. Like, I mean, they were champions, and if you are in a environment full of champions, Branko Dupree is the most kept blitzbok. So he was also like, you have to be dead serious when you do something, focus, get it done. So just the way that you train and how it's gonna carry on to the field is a thing that I would like. Not too much talking. That's what I took out of the whole experience that I feel will honestly help me going forward and also help the guys when I came back to my club. I still make jokes, but just like there's a time to be serious. Like there is a time for everything, and that's what they pushed in Cape Town. Do the work, and then afterwards we can crack a joke. But while you're in that moment, on your way to that moment, just focus on the job at hand.
Nice, man. But in this journey of playing rugby in different teams, different environments, what was like that one moment you felt like, this is why I do rugby?
For me, it's like the friends that I make. Like I've made my best friends while playing rugby. Like I said, guys that I still make jokes with, like till this day. Obviously, I have big dreams in rugby. Like my dream is to play World Cup. I think that's every young boy's dream, and I hope that I can maybe work hard enough and just give myself a chance, give myself a shot. But I mean, like the bonds that you build with the guys over the years is something that for me stands out, because rugby isn't always going to be there, but you're always going to have that one friend that you can call, and let's go shoot a bit of pool or, drink a water somewhere or a cool drink. So yeah, like that's what I honestly love from it, like the bonds that you build. And I like learning from other people. So even if like you ask me certain types of questions, then I will see, okay, that's how this person thinks, that's how this person thinks, and then I try and apply it into my life. So I like learning from different people, different cultures. Obviously, like I said, there were countries from all over that came to Cape Town, and I just love learning a lot and making a new friend. And that's for me that ultimately stands out, beside the goals that I have of what I want to reach one day. So
nice. And in the team, in the environment you play, what would you say is an important characteristic for a fellow team player to have?
I just feel like you should try and influence the one next to you. Sometimes things doesn't go as planned, but you as an individual, just try and influence the person that is right next to you, because with you influencing him, then that just continues and that goes on and that builds on. So just you as a person trying to help someone, because we don't come from the same backgrounds. Like not everyone has the same facilities, like going to the gym or maybe have a supplement that they can take. So you should try and get a common ground where you can try and uplift the person on the field, because that person comes from a totally different background. So just you try and influence the person next to you, and then at the end of the day, you'll see you'll have a much better environment, a much better team, because everyone just wants the best for one another, because you're basically pushing the person to also like reach their full potential. So I would say just try and influence where you can. Just try and sit with, even if it's not your teammate, like sit with him after practice, ask him like, how is he doing? How has the week been? Like, is everything okay? Just try and make someone feel important, and then you'll see that person will obviously start playing better rugby. Things will start going better. So that's my advice that I would say. Just making a friend, yeah.
That's good, man. But in this process, as we come to the conclusion, man, what would you like to be known for in the field? Like, what is that one thing? Like, I can remember Kieron for that. What would you want that one thing to be?
I would love to think that I have a high work rate on the pitch. Like, I don't give up. Like, let's play till the 80th minute. Sometimes it goes to 85 or to the 90th minute. So I would love to think that just not giving up, because there comes times where like the match needs those individuals that can take it till to the last. Like, even if you're behind, even when you're busy losing, just be that guy that keeps on pushing. Yeah, just not giving up at the end of the day. Like, I would say, I would hope that that would be something that someone can see, okay, but that guy didn't give up, even though we maybe lost, because everything isn't going to go your way every time. Yeah.
And something you would want to leave behind for the young boys, a word of encouragement, just some motivation to keep going?
I would say just to keep the faith. Like, what you're busy doing, like, just have faith that everything will work out. There's a scripture that I live by, like, at the right time, the Lord will make it happen. So just keep on keeping on. I feel like if you wake up every morning and you have a why, that's why every time, like, you should have your why. You should have that thing that keeps on driving you, that keeps on wanting, like, that makes you push much harder. So I would tell every young individual, just keep the faith, put in the work, and where you can try and understand the game or whatever sport that you may be in, like, sit on your computer, try and understand how it works and so forth, and just make it
perfect your craft.
Definitely.
Try and perfect your craft.
No, definitely.
Thank you so much, Kieron, man. It was an insightful session. You've been all around. You've seen a lot of things, and we can definitely learn from you and your experiences. And a beautiful story is how you recover from your setbacks, how you don't let it define you or put you down, Because if I had to 4 knee operations, I would say, it's okay, man. But it's nice to see that you can pick up again, and sometimes you have to start from zero all over again, and it's nice to see. But thank you for joining Pod with M, and we hope your career is only taking off to higher heights, and that you enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Thank you also for having me. This is a really great show that you have.
Thank you.